welcome to another impromptu episode of Spiritual Life. And indeed, it is becoming ever so more a spiritual life, especially for yours truly. And for you too, actually, because we are all one, after all. I wanted to address the current unveiling of the intergalactic presence here on Earth. I know at the moment most of humanity is still very divided on the truth behind what they're seeing, and a lot of it is called being called drones. And there are some specific ships that are starting to appear like blurred lights. I don't know if you've noticed that. They seem to be out of phase with our reality. And that is because they still are a little bit out of phase. The Palladians have been involved in revealing themselves to humanity and have been responsible for some of these light shows, along with some of the other races that have been with us since the dawning of our age, the dawning of the age of humanity itself. And you're thinking, well, why do you know that? We don't know that. I had truth revealed to me, and I did do an episode of Spiritual Life on Starseeds and Awakenings. And it was my way of doing a little introduction to this very subject. My soul is extremely old. And I mean that to myself in the kindest possible way. I'm just an old soul. I've been around the block more than once, or twice, or thrice. And my soul originated from the Lyran star cluster. Lyra doesn't exist anymore. Our planet was destroyed in a great war with the Draconians, a very, very long time ago, and this was many lifetimes ago for me. But I'm really coming on today to, as a starseed, say that to my brothers and sisters on Earth, because I am a human now, I'm one of you. I've just awakened to the fact that I have been more than just a human, that souls on our planet come from all over the galaxies of the known universe and beyond. We are immortal, our souls are, and we have many, many lifetimes on many, many worlds, and humanity was created by the Anunnaki and other races from other planets. Lyra, my own planet, was the first to seed Earth with life. As a Lyran and as a human, I have the greatest love and respect for humanity and indeed Gaia. This planet, this jewel, is prized beyond measure by many races, and they also are your family as well as mine, because we carry their DNA within us. We are the missing link. Within us is what we've been looking for all along. That junk DNA that you think is just junk DNA is actually our alien race DNA, and it actually is not junk. It just hasn't been activated yet. Which brings me on to what's going to happen. We are going to be moving into a thing called the photon belt soon. And it's going to start igniting the dormant DNA within us. If any of you out there do research and listen to and are open to absorbing information from the higher realms, then you're aware of the coming solar flash that will forever change humanity. This time is nearly upon us. As with anything in divine timing, it does count on all of us, and it does count on the time it takes for each thing to occur. And we have a few things coming up. 2025 is going to be a very formative year for us as a species. There are going to be great changes, and it is going to seem like a roller coaster with great ups for us and then great crashes. And in each crash, a new system will fail, a new thing will be revealed. It is the year of trials and tribulations. What I would like to say as a light worker, a starseed, as a member of humanity who's truly here to help at this time, I would like to say, please look after each other as though they are your sister or brother. Take care of each member of our species and the animal kingdom and Gaia. Treasure with love. Make love the leading force in your life. Every time you feel a fear or you're going through a trial, lean on the love of the divine. And that is you. Lean on the love that sits in your heart within. Share that love with others. Watch as that love dispels any fear that could possibly be lurking. For fear is an illusory state. Fear does exist in the divine, but it is something that you can just brush off. It is not something that has to take center stage, for your being of love. And love and fear cannot exist within the same realm together. If you lean on love, fear dissipates because you're not focusing on it. As a creator, what you focus on comes into being. So focus on love and all the things that love brings, like generosity of spirit, kindness, compassion. Togetherness is where we are headed. And I would like to take that opportunity today to ask you all to keep this in mind as we move forward into 2025. I have it on good authority that things are going to start off with a bang. So brace your girdles. Enjoy living out the last of 2024 and seize 2025 with joy, because it is the great change that is coming for us all. That means we are moving into the golden age for humanity. We are letting go of what does not serve us, which is a good thing. So I hope that dispels any fears that you have and allays them permanently. Just remember, anything that does not serve, just let it go. We have to let go of everything for the new to take hold. And we will be going through that very thing this year. But by the end of the year, the turbulence should have abated and we can start anew. Now, how can we go about making sure that it's the least bumpiest ride possible? It is time to go within, because as Yeshua, Master Yeshua says, the kingdom of heaven is within you, and it actually is. And you're like, I'm just in a human body, how is the kingdom of heaven within me? You are a fractal of God. And when you go within through meditation and calming the mind and calling that forth, you detach from the mental realm into the spiritual realm of the heart and the power center of the solar plexus, where all things are possible. At this time, meditation and breath work are going to be paramount for you, because you're going to be going through a raising of your frequencies. The proton belt is going to be a kick in the ass. And so when we actually go within and we are breathing into that release, and through the turbulent release of emotions and situations and getting our energy flow speeding up and concentrating through our chakra system, we can actually ride out the storm in the best possible way. I'm going to be doing it every day without fail now. So live in the now. Do not look to tomorrow. Do not think of yesterday. Live in the moment. Time is going to be collapsing down in a very peculiar way. And so it is best to just train the brain to be in the now. And believe me, being in the now is the most stressless, wonderful way of being. You don't have any plans. You don't have any things you need to do other than be you, right here, right now, fulfilling that being that God made you. You. There's no judgment. There's no need to fulfill someone else's expectations of you. You can just be. And that's why I've always said you're a human being. God has a wonderful way with playing language. I love it. I absolutely adore it. He's so clever. So what I actually have been told to do, and I've started doing it again, because I did do it once before, but I got overwhelmed. I'll tell you a story. I actually, when I was meditating at the start of my spiritual awakening, I actually invited God to come and God's love into my heart. And it took 3 days of repetition. And apparently it always takes 3 days, according to Neville Goddard, who I was watching last night. And I went, oh, that's why it works. I am a creator. I am willing the power of God's love within me. And so it then appears. I've done day 2. Tomorrow is day 3. It takes 3 days. But sit quietly in reverence to yourself, because you are a child of the divine. So inner reverence is a very wonderful way of being loving to who you truly are. And it's not doing it with that, you know, narcissistic, look at me, I'm wonderful. Ooh. It is literally a humble inner reverence to the true nature of who you actually are. It's a wonderful thing. It's like sitting in a peaceful church and you feel the presence of the divine. I don't know if any of you have ever done that. I had a wonderful experience of that at Hampton Court in the chapel there, with stars on the ceiling, and I was so lost in the actual feeling of being in the divine presence. I didn't want to move, and the seat was at me bum. I was just sat there for ages. So going within the temple that is you and sitting in inner reverence and peace with the truth that you are able to create any reality that you choose for yourself through mastery of the mind and inner work and presence. It truly is an unveiling of epic proportions, because we've had this truth kept from us for so long. Even by religion, who is supposed to be teaching us the path to heaven and God. So, invite God's love into your heart. Do this every day with inner reverence and peace for yourself and who you truly are. Accept that you are a creator being, and sit and wait in loving peace. And don't expect anything. Just sit. Just wait. Just chill out. I've been doing everything completely wrong because I kept expecting things, right? And my brain just kept trying to overtake, and it's called the ego, right? The ego will always try and overtake whatever it is you're doing because it doesn't want to die. In order for you to go back to being a creator being, the ego has to die. So the ego will do anything it can to keep you from realizing your true power. And that's why people have so much self-doubt and negativity, because the ego is the thing that's feeding it. Because the ego, if you realize your true power, the ego will have no power. And no matter how much waffling it does, it's just going to get quieter and quieter and quieter until you don't even acknowledge its existence anymore, and it will die. Okay? Those inner negative voices, that fear, that anxiety, all of this stuff will die. It has no hold over you anymore. And that brings me to sickness. I myself, as you know, have been chronically for a very long time. And I recently made a decision to embrace who I am. And with that comes acknowledging that I should stop with the narratives and also with the drugs in order to take power back. So I'm taking my power back. But I have to come off all the medication, and I have to get permission to come off the medication from the man who prescribed me the medication, and I have to wait for that to be done, and it's very frustrating. So at the moment, I'm taking medication I don't want. And also, you have to stop listening to the people around you, no matter how well-meaning they are. You have to just listen to your own inner compass and guidance and voice. And stay true to that. And anytime your narrative strays back, readdress it and correct it and bring it back again. It's called healing and inner work. And now is the time when we need to start doing it. Where are we going? I remember I actually talked about this before in another episode. We're going to come back around to it again now. New Earth. Now, when I've talked about this in the past, understandably, a lot of people were very much, "You're completely delusional, Amy. That's not going to happen. No way the whole of humanity is suddenly going to grow charitable and loving." And you're right. Not everyone is. But the new Earth is still coming anyway. And this brings me on to where we're going. The new earth is going to be about serving the collective and serving you as a creator what you want for you. You don't have to do a humdrum job anymore. You can follow your heart's passions. You can grow in service, doing what you love. So what's going to happen is that AI and technology is going to pick up the slack and take over the jobs that you don't really want to do. You, as a creator, can follow your heart. Whatever that is. If it's painting, you can paint and start sharing your art. If it's, doing nails, you can go do nails and, do a storm. Some lovely sets. Whatever your passions are, as scientists, teachers, engineers, there's a place for everyone on the new earth doing what they want to do. Money is going to change. I said how I really don't like money. This system's money. And how it's been used to control humanity. And to keep you down. Have you noticed that? You're always kept getting less and less, working harder and harder, and feeling unrewarded, like unvalued, unloved, trying to grab onto things like material things that, to be quite honest with you, you're told that you want. You don't actually want it. But while you're over here trying to chase this, you're not in the right direction, being the true creator and the true power that you're supposed to be. Which brings me on to money. We are going to be moving on to a quantum financial system where your bank accounts will be filled permanently with as much money as you need to live. You are not going to need to work for money. Instead, you will all be working on the self and on the passions that you desire to follow and never need for anything or want for anything, because there's going to be abundance. The abundance that you've been denied because of the cabal, which brings me on to the next thing. The cabal, the dark underbelly of our current society. And if you're watching this cabal, hello. Their time has come to an end, and they know it. They're trying desperately all the old games that used to work to keep you all in your places, to keep you in your pens. And that's what I always think of it like. They've tried to treat humanity like beasts of burden. You have to be working into a grave. You have to be giving them all of your riches, all of your fruit. Because it is your fruit. You are creators. You are being trained to give away your fruit, to give away your power from birth into school, into jobs. You're funneled through a system in order to keep you from knowing your true value and power as a child of the prime creator and who you truly are. They know about the intergalactics already. They've known for a very long time. They have contracts with them. They have underground bases where they are. There have been people trying to out their presence to you all for a very long time and have been treated like people who are mentally ill, persecuted by the government, and murdered eventually. And you're thinking, Rainey, well, if that's the case, why are you doing this video? Because I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. I'm a warrior of the light. I always have been and always will be. And if this vessel expires, well, guess what? I'll just get another one. They are going to be coming to a crashing end this year. As with anything that is heavy and immovable, and when it starts moving, it makes a really big noise. And this is going to be a really big noise. There's going to be some very shocking events this year. Let's just say that. They're going to be shocking. Shocking to humanity, because the lies and the deception and the things that have been done to you are going to be coming out. And you're going to be horrified, shocked, angry. But try not to think on them too long. Honor your feelings. Honor the truth. But then forgive and release it. Do not hold on to this, okay? Do not hold on to what they did. But know and rejoice in the truth. Because once you know the truth, you start to realize your power. And once you start to realize who you are, you can claim it back and go within and take back that power and never give it away again. And that is why the new earth is possible, because we're going to work past that. And we're going to come into a new world where it's going to change, because it's going to benefit every one of you. So now it is the time to create and maintain your personal frequency, which means protection of that frequency. Remember me saying earlier about not letting anyone else around you change who you are? It is about time to start letting all the toxic people go that do not serve your energy field. Let them go with love and light, and just allow yourself to be you in your entirety without being persecuted for who you are now. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate being part of the divine. Sit in love and light, and spread that light wherever you go. And my final thing for this episode is the coming first contact. I'm so excited, and I've actually told them that I'm really excited. I am excited. I'm really excited. The Palladians are going to be making first contact soon on planet Earth. Now, because of the timelines and how these things work, it's going to start with the groups of people who are open to receiving them. And I'm open to it. I'd love to go and meet the Palladians. I've loved the Palladians. I've loved them for a long time. So for me, it's like an honor to go and meet them. But they're going to be coming onto our planet and meeting those who are ready. And it's going to start off in small groups, and then it will just be the general population as this starts to intensify. What I'm asking for you all is, when this does happen, please do not be afraid, okay? These are beings of the fifth dimension who are already ascended. We are ascending, they are already there. And they are beings of light, love, and unity. They actually shine their love through the consciousness of the Prime Creator. They are magnanimous and generous and kind, loving beings, and have watched over us and kept us safe for millennia. They have been orbiting our planet. So when you start seeing the light shows, come at them with a childlike joy and welcome, for you may be related to them. I'm certainly looking forward to meeting the Lyrans, because, hello, they're the souls that are from my planet, and I felt very isolated at the moment, you know. I haven't met mine yet, but I know they're coming, and I know that they're going to be one of the star families that will be coming to Earth, because Earth is their first seeded planet after Lyra. I mean, I've been here since the time of the Atlanteans. That was my first life after Lyra. So, this has been a mind-blowing episode of Applebee's Spiritual Life. That's a lot to take in, isn't it? What I've just gone through. It's, yeah, definitely mind-blowing episode. And a lot for you to think about. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comments. I will be happy to answer anything that you'd like to know. And please give me a thumbs up, just to know that you've been here and have watched it. And it does my channel the world of good at the minute. I am a new channel. I would like to start growing. But in order to do that, it requires these. I'd like to welcome my new subscribers. Hello! I noticed you clicking. Thank you so much for joining my channel, and it's lovely to have you here with me. I can't even wait to see what I'm going to be saying next. I have no idea what comes out of my mouth, you know. Like, there's so much stuff that I just suddenly feel like I need to say. So, I will see you on the 30th, 7 p.m. with card readings, which I am going to film. I will get round to it, honestly. I've been in a lot of discomfort today, again, but it's sort of ebbing and flowing, so I'm cool. I'm just chilling out, as you can see. Bye, my darlings. Till next time.